Hey guys, Donnie Boyd here. I wanted to do a video for you today. There was a really good interview done on another YouTube channel, one of the other Pacesetters in DAISY, with one of the founders, Ilya. The name is DAISY Global Blog. I'll put the link below to give credit to this video. Obviously, the founders aren't going to do interviews with every YouTuber that they feel like. So I wanted to share this because I think they really go through some really important questions. A lot of people are asking, this whole thing is about Q&A. It's not a presentation. So if you're already in DAISY and you have some questions, or you're thinking about DAISY and you wanted to get some actual details, some specifics, this one is a really good video for you guys to watch. So it's long. You guys could skip around. You could see on the screen what questions they're talking about at the time. You could skip around. It's about an hour long. But they really do a great job, Ilya, going through each question as it comes up and giving real honest answers about what's going to change, the timelines, who's eligible to get into DAISY, what will happen with the money in DAISY now as they go to the new hedge fund model. A lot of things like that I'm getting a lot of questions about. So I wanted to share this with you. I think it's definitely worth the watch. Especially if you're in DAISY, you have to watch it. It's just going to give you a lot of information and answer a lot of questions that you guys are definitely having, because people are coming to me individually about it. So I want to share that with you. Like I said, it's not my video. I'm sharing from DAISY Global Blog, and I'll put a link on the video below so you guys can go over and subscribe to his channel as well if you'd like. And go ahead and enjoy, skip around, and if you have any questions, as always, please email me or leave a comment below. donkeat@gmail.com. I welcome every honest question. I'll try to get back with you guys as soon as possible when I try to answer every comment that I get on the videos. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll talk to you soon.
And today, well, I guess I don't have to introduce myself. Well, I will introduce myself anyway, because I see a lot of new names here. So thanks everybody for joining. So my name is Eugene. I am broadcasting live from Germany. I'm a DAISY Pacesetter leader, and today we have a very, very special session because typically when I do these webinars, we would do a proper presentation for 45 minutes, and then we would have a very comprehensive Q&A. So, and since the announcement of the DAISY hedge fund in Dubai, all those questions that we get for the Q&A, they are related to the hedge fund. So people would like to get more details on what will happen with the hedge fund, what will change as far as trading, as far as the referral plan and things like this. And I know Jeremy, Ilya, and Edward, they covered the most important items during the last global call, which was a good session. But in this session, we would like to do a deep dive. So, and that's why I'm blessed that I have one of the co-founders here on the call with us, and he is also my direct sponsor. So, and I really appreciate him taking the time to join us today. And yeah, and he will, well, first of all, hi Ilya, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, cool. Well, I guess you need no introduction. That's the first time we talk English to each other. I hope we don't mess it up.
Yeah, sorry, I don't speak German.
Yeah, so thanks a lot for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you're crazy busy, but you're always there to support and to answer questions, so I really appreciate it. And we also have a last minute special guest, and I think you guys also know her, and that's Caro. So hi, Caro, how are you?
Hi, thanks for inviting me.
All right, cool. Cool for coming. Thanks for coming. All right, so we have prepared, I think 10 questions, the most burning questions that we always get in our Q&As. But you guys will have a chance to ask more questions after we discuss those. So you can use the chat function to ask your questions. I don't think we will unmute people today because we are too many. It will be too messy. So we will take questions for the chat today only. I hope you don't mind. So let's get started with the official questions that we have prepared. And then, and then we will do a additional Q&A, let's say. So, all right. So I'll be asking questions, and Ilya will respond. And yeah, we will try to do it interactively, and we will also ask Caro to jump in and yeah, give us some feedback, make some comments. So I hope this is okay for you guys. So let's just start. So Ilya, the first question that people ask is, so in Dubai, you guys announced the date, which is the 1st of June. So is this still a good estimate, a good promise date? Did anything change?
Well, Eugene, you know that we always deliver on time. I know Caro is gonna laugh now. Yeah, we always deliver on time. So this is why I do believe. Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking here because we do delay sometimes because we have legal challenges, we have technical challenges. But technically, we already doing quite extensive job on this. We preparing some ticketing system, for example, right, to provide better support. So we preparing, of course, legal structure for this. It's going to take some time. And honestly, I'm not sure whether we can launch it on 1st of June. It's still a target date, but there may be some delays, like few weeks delays, right? I do believe in May, we will have more clear picture on this. Together with, to answer your next questions, right? Together with our referral plan, with a pay plan, it's not still finalized yet. So I will be able to answer some of your questions, further questions, right? But this is one of the reasons why it's not still finalized, because we still have time, right? We are sitting now in the middle of April. So we still have like 6-7 weeks before June 1st. And if we delay a little bit, we still like have maybe at least a couple months, I would say.
Yeah.
But we don't plan to delay like few months, like we delayed Forex, for example, last year, right? So I think it's it should be launched June, maybe July, but yeah, let's wait for May.
Yeah, I think we all understand that this is a complex project. There's many stakeholders involved, you know, the technical side of things, the legal side of things. And yes, IT projects are always difficult, but here we also have the regulatory element on top and the licensing part. So yes, I hope people will understand if there will be delays, because this is a huge project. So the next question will be, how will the trading, the AI trading that we currently see with DAISY, how will it be impacted with the new model?
Well, obviously, trading itself is not impacted in any way or in any shape or form by legal structure, right? So it's going to be the same, of course. So we will have crypto, we will have Forex trading. And Dr. Anna, she's very happy that we're launching this fund, because, you know, completing the crowdfunding stage and going into next stage is something that we all been waiting for more than a couple of years, since the very beginning. So there will be no any impact in terms of trading, because trading is just a product. Yes, and the tech is developing a software. So Endotech is a SaaS company, software as a service company. So this service is not going to be changed just because we change our legal structure from crowdfunding to a fund, right?
Right. So the same algos will continue working with the new model, right?
The same algos, and they will be, of course, updated and enhanced regularly, right? So completing crowdfunding doesn't mean that we complete development. Dr. Anna, she will keep updating her systems, of course, and Forex strategies will be updated also. Maybe we will add some other asset classes, right, in the future, except apart from Forex and crypto. But this is a future topic, future conversation.
Yeah, there were some talks about stock trading, so this is still...
Yeah, ETFs, stocks, commodities, you know, there are some other ways to make money in financial markets.
Right. Yeah, so, well, the next one will be the referral plan. So
yeah,
how much of a detail can you give us today as far as the new referral?
Well, yeah, we touched on this in the beginning of this month, right, on our global call. So I cannot provide any more details, but what we can say again, right? Maybe some people, they miss a call, or they missing out on some information. But we are removing the metric structure. There will be no metrics. So I cannot provide you any details about upfront structure, how it's going to be, but for sure it's going to be direct bonus, the way we have it now. Now it's 5%. I cannot provide you any particular percentage how it's going to be in the future, but let's say it will be the same 5%, maybe 3%, maybe 7%. So we don't know yet, right? And plus, there may be some additional referral commissions, but it's not going to be based on metrics. And the whole structure will not look as MLM, right? So that legally, nobody will call us MLM company because we go into licensed hedge fund stage, and we will use more like traditional financial referral program, I would say.
Okay, so
it will not. Yes, it will not because now people look at DAISY structure, right? At metric structure, it does smell MLM, right? So people kind of like understand. We have spillover, we have this 10 generations of payouts upfront in metrics. You need to qualify, unlock your levels, generations, right? So it's all like an MLM language. So we're gonna get rid of MLM language, even though it will still be, of course, the same community, same leaders that we love and appreciate. So nothing is gonna change, basically, right? Except for this metrics pay structure on upfront. On the back end, we will continue to pay Pacesetter and Pacesetter leaders commissions. We're talking about 1.25% for each pools, but it's not going to be. I think it will be limited in time, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years. It's not going to be forever, right? So we just want to incentivize people, Pacesetters and Pacesetter leaders, because without Pacesetters, without Pacesetter leaders, we would have not been where we are now, right? So this is like a foundation of our community. It's very important for us. And most probably we will continue to pay uni-level commissions with the same structure, 10 generation. Most probably, again, I would say 80% probability, but again, I cannot tell you 100% as of today. Yes, we are still in discussion.
So the metrics will be gone. What about the tier system? The tier system will be gone too, right?
Yes, tier system will be gone together with metrics, because obviously, I mean, we don't need any tier system. So people will be able to put any funds. If you ask me what will be minimum, I cannot answer you now also, whether it's going to be 100, 500 to 1,000. Maybe we'll raise a bar a little bit, right? So maybe it will be 500 to 1,000. We don't know yet, because it will still utilize smart contracts. So technically we can make it like any amount, right? It could be even $50 or $100, doesn't matter, right? But everybody will need to pass KYC. So without passing KYC in new structure, nobody will be able to make any money, right? To withdraw any profits. So this is, of course, just like in any fund. We need to know where the funds are coming from.
All right.
Legally,
if someone wants to contribute and in the future will be able to say to invest, right? Let's say $10,000. That person will not have to go for tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and will have to pay all the gas fee, right? He or she will straight to the 10,000 package. Yeah.
Correct. So what she or he is going to do is, let's say, in case of $10,000, so he would need to put $10,000 on his Tron Link wallet that will be linked to the new structure as well. So we're going to be on Tron blockchain. In the future, if Justin Sun gets arrested or something happens to, something bad happens to Tron blockchain, even though we believe that even if he gets arrested, I mean, there are some rumors like sometimes about his arrest or some legal issues, right? It's still decentralized system, so Tron blockchain is not going anywhere. But for us, technically speaking, it's not extremely difficult to migrate to another blockchain, right? So it's doable. So we have some backup plans. It's going to take some time. We are not relying on Tron blockchain like 100%, right? And we did already one big migration when we launched. You remember this, right, Eugene? So that one was much more difficult for us because we migrated from one smart contract structure to another one, right? Now migrating from basically from one chain to another chain using the same structure of smart contract is not super difficult task, but of course this needs to be done very carefully because we're talking about huge database, huge genealogy database, and of course personal funds involved, right? So it needs to be very it needs a lot of attention, yes, and detailed attention.
You know what my response is to people asking if the Tron founder will be arrested, what will happen? My response is Tron will tank, the price of Tron will tank, and also the blockchain fee. So maybe it's even a good thing. But
Well, actually, yes. When we see these rumors, exactly. This is how I answered also. Like today, some people ask me. So okay, Tron drops 10%, 20%. If it drops 50%, it's better for us, right? So people will pay less commissions. The
So now
quality of blockchain is not going to change or suffer, right, because of his arrest. Should not.
Right. So now that we talk about this vehicle with the smart contract, that question is not on the list, but people would often ask. For some reason, the media is now promoting this narrative that the US dollar will collapse soon, and also people get worried about the USDT. So, and yeah, I guess we can change USDT to whatever euro anytime, right? If you want.
Eugene, what I would say, if somebody really worries about dollar collapse, right? And we hear these stories like for many years, right? For maybe a couple of decades already, right? So, but now it's even more critical because political situation worldwide, like it's real chaos. Nobody knows what's going to be like next month or even next week, right? So nobody can predict, nobody can guarantee the value of dollar will remain the same. So for people who really worries about dollar, I would recommend liquid, and we will dive into liquid a little bit, right? In
yes,
second,
that's a good
conversation. Yes, because even talking, not to mention altcoin mining, right? But Bitcoin mining, for example, itself is an extremely good product, or buying Bitcoin on open market, right? So this would be a good hedge for somebody together with gold, maybe, for those people who worry about dollar collapse, right? But again, if dollar really collapses, if this happens, what can we say? I mean, the whole economy.
Yeah, we will have totally different problems.
The world is going to be completely different.
Impacted. Yes.
Yeah. DAISY or Endertech, we are not smarter than other like people or businesses, right? So it's going to be disaster for everybody if dollar collapses, right?
So talking about geopolitics, so this is a good segue to where people will be allowed to join from. There will be AI.SY, right? Because it's a fully regulated company. It will be a company, right? So
it will be a company, yes. Yeah.
And many times there is certain geographies that are not allowed to join certain businesses or certain platforms. So will we see any restrictions here in DAISY?
So so first of all, talking about the US, right? Many people ask this question.
Yeah.
Just like with Liquid, the goal for us is to officially onboard people from US with KYC, of course. But this is just a target. So again, we need final legal opinion on this. But the goal is like to completely legalize DAISY business in US on the next stage, right? We're talking about next stage, but only for accredited investors, of course. We cannot onboard like regular guy. Because it will not qualify, it will not meet legal requirements in the States, right? Then talking about other countries, of course, we will need to limit access from countries like North Korea or maybe Sudan, maybe a couple more countries, but we don't want to limit because we're still on smart contracts, right? So we are quite flexible. We like everybody. We appreciate everybody. I know, for example, Eugene, in your team, there is a big Arabic community, right? So from countries like Iraq, for example, or Syria, right? So, why not? We don't want to ban any countries, like even Iran, for example. Why not? If people want to join. So if legally we can find a way to onboard people from those countries, so there will be no ban on those countries. So the same, of course, would apply to Russia. Some other countries. I don't see any limitations here. The same would apply to Liquid, by the way, because in Liquid, we will start next month, we will start to implement KYC. We mentioned about this in Dubai. So people will need to pass KYC to get coins and to get also referral coins and commissions. And again, people will be able to do it even from countries like Iraq or some other countries.
Yeah. So, even if one of the countries will be restricted, people can still stay on the alt model, right? This leads me to the next question. People can still stay on the alt model. They don't have to migrate to the new model. Right?
Yes. So again, we probably have two type of people, right? In DAISY. One, and this is majority of people, probably 90%, 95%, people who just crowdfunded and they enjoying profit rewards, right? So if you talk about those people, so they can stay in the old system, they can continue to withdraw their profits without KYC, right? Basically, this doesn't mean that we will continue the old model forever, right? So it will be also limited in time. Maybe it will last until end of this year, maybe 1 year from the moment we will launch second stage. Again, we don't have final decision yet, right? But if you talk about builders, people who build, right? So in the old model, people won't be able to build to onboard new people, right?
Mhm.
So what is going to happen is for those people who want to continue to build, they will need to migrate to new model and to build there, basically, because
Right.
we will still have referral program, and the same genealogy will stay. So people will be able to enjoy residual commissions and some nice and cool bonuses that we're preparing for the next stage, right? That I cannot disclose yet because it's not finalized yet.
Right. So the next concern is coming from people that have multiple accounts in DAISY.
Yes.
If this is a
Yes.
smart contract, I mean, there's
Yeah.
no limitation. So will people be able to combine those multiple accounts into one, or what are your thoughts? How those people?
Yeah. So the question comes, so let's say somebody became Pacesetter for them. We have many Pacesetters who basically artificially, right, created new accounts and made themselves Pacesetters, right? So we
Mhm.
didn't ban this. It's on smart contract. I mean, it's a freedom to I mean, every member had a freedom to do it, right? So for those people, obviously it will be very difficult to KYC under one name all 20, let's say 20 accounts or 10 accounts, right? So we are looking for a couple ways how we can solve this problem. So one is to KYC some main account or top account, right? And then all the other accounts, they will be merged somehow, or people will be able to maybe remove funds from those accounts, withdraw funds, and then put under the main accounts. So I cannot provide you details how exactly it will be done technically, right? But this is a very common question. What I can answer now and what I can promise is we know that there are many people like this. This is a very common question, right? Because we have, I would say, like almost 1,000 Pacesetters, and majority of those Pacesetters, right? They have multiple accounts, of course, and they have full control of like private keys and wallets, right, for those accounts. So we'll find a way to solve this problem so that people will be able to migrate with all the accounts without basically losing their funds or losing structure, right? But we in new model we want people only to build from one account. This is what we want.
Yeah.
Just like using KYC. So because there will be no Pacesetter qualifications or status in the new model, right? So there will be no Pacesetter, like somebody who will need to have 24 personal members in 30 days, right? So there will be no necessity to personally sponsor like 20 people or 30 people, right? To qualify for something. So in this case, I do believe that people will not need to register multiple accounts under the same name.
Okay, so as far as the Pacesetter model, how will it look on the new model?
Okay, in new model there will be no, I mean, Pacesetters will, the name Pacesetter, so Pacesetter leaders will remain just because it existed in the old model, right? So people will still get some bonuses, like I explained already on the back end. And people, of course, will qualify for 5% pool for Pacesetters and also 2% pool. I'm talking about equity, like in the tech equity for Pacesetter leaders who qualified in Pacesetter leaders. This will remain, but this will basically remain in the old model. I mean, people already qualified in the old model, right? So nobody gonna take equity from them, of course. But talking about new model, there will be no ranks called Pacesetters or something, right? So if we implement some ranks, it will probably be different name. That's my point.
Okay, so people don't have to migrate to the new model, right?
People don't have to migrate. Correct.
Yeah, but if they want to build, obviously they will migrate.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, so, and that leads to the next question. The benefit of migrating to the new model will be, yeah, you can continue building.
The benefit of migrating to the new model. So first of all, probably the biggest benefit is you will be able to continue to build, right? And to make commissions in our new pay plan, which we do believe is going to be even much better than DAISY pay plan and much simpler right? So it's not going to be complicated. It's not going to be metrics with 10 levels and spillover, right? So it will be much easier pay plan to explain to people. So we'll prepare some materials on this, and probably the biggest benefit will be to still be able, right, to make money in a new model. And again, in a new model, there will be no limitations of how much people can invest into the fund, right? So some people will be able to invest 1 million, 5 million, 10 million if they have funds, right? So they will join under the same rules. And potentially we have a lot of people who want to bring even hedge funds, right, to the structure. Once we get license, once we get like proper legal structure, it will be much easier to onboard people, especially with track record and performance that we have as of today.
Yeah.
So
with the new model, people will be able to take out their, well, we call it the initial contribution, but in future we will call it the principal at some point.
Correct. So what we're thinking about, just like in most of funds, we will probably have some lock-up period, I would say. So let's say 1 year, maybe it's going to be half year, right? Maybe longer than 1 year. So people will be able to take their principal back in 1 year after they do initial investment into the fund, or if they want to withdraw it before that, so they will need to pay a penalty. It might be 20%, 30%. I mean, depending on the rules and legal requirements. So I cannot provide you exact number yet, but the model is going to be like this. Yes, and legally we can call this principal, right? Because now what people see in the back office is not called principal. Is you can call it like balance, or maybe find some other proper word, right? But it's not principal, right? Because people just crowdfunded basically. It's a portion of their crowdfunding amount.
Yeah, I think the language will change, right? We will be able to use terms like assets under management that we cannot use today.
Exactly.
We can call it investment. We can call it principal, things like this. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. So, well, the minimum amount we discussed, this is not clear yet, but it will be higher than today, obviously, higher than $200. So
most probably, yes, most probably.
Yeah, so I think the last item was discussed during the last global call, but maybe we just do a little, let's say, repetition. We just discuss why it's worth building now and not wait for the hedge fund, right? So I think one of the main items is that the builders and achievers pool, right? The qualification will end of May. And if you guys earn permanent builder shares in the pool, you will continue being paid for 12 months, and there will be no new people coming into the pool. So you qualify in May, and there will be no new people coming into the pool, so no dilution will happen, right? So, and this is probably the biggest benefit of building now and trying to get those permanent builder shares. So, and let's talk a bit data. So this is data from February, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So both pools, the builder pool and the achiever pool, they had 16, I think if my math is not wrong, $16 million in the pool, right? So one builder share was more than $300, and one achiever share was more than $4,000. So let's assume all those 12 months, from June 23 to June 24, will have the same amount of money in the pools. Let's say it will be 16 million. So what kind of permanent builder shares value we can expect? I mean, during the global call, you guys said there was 123 wallets qualified. I think this was around 1,300 shares, right?
Yes. In average per wallet, it was about 10 shares.
Okay, so
I know, Eugen, you asked me yesterday to provide some up-to-date numbers, right, during this Zoom call, but I wasn't able to do it just because.
No, that's fine. So that's fine, Ilya. Let's assume there will be 5,000. Do you think it's realistic? It will be 5,000 permanent shares.
I think it's quite realistic, yes, because we see this number increases like crazy.
Okay, so let's say there will be 5,000 shares, permanent shares, and let's say the pool will be 16 million, like in February. Then every share will be worth more than $300, right? Based on the data we had in February. So let's continue with the math. So if you guys earn 6 shares in April, right? This is $30,000 in your front line following the 50-50 rule, right? So the 30,000 has to come from 2 different legs, 2 different teams. You will earn 6 shares. And then in May, you do the same. You do 30,000 in your front line. So you earn another 6 shares and your shares will double. So you will get 12 shares, but only 4 of them will be permanent, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so let's assume 1 share is 300, let's say, or $400. So that will mean that you will get $1,200 to $1,600 every month, 12 months in a row, correct? If you qualify for the permanent shares.
Yes, but don't forget that this will keep increasing, right? First of all, yes, you're right. So the number of shares will not increase, right? But you need to remember how those pools work, right? We're talking about builders and achievers pool. And we described this in the very beginning, right? So I think we provided some kind of like a table, like a picture, how it works. So 70% of all trading profits goes to the pool. 15% goes, basically stays in the pool, right? And increases the pool. And this increase can be very significant because we're talking about compound effect month after month. So the trading volume will increase, even though we don't have any new contributions.
Right. So, yeah, 16 million, that was just an assumption based on the February data, but in reality, the pool will grow bigger.
In reality, it can be bigger, and the same will apply to achievers pool, right? So it's exactly the same conversation. Achievers pool also, month after month, the trading volume will increase slowly, and let's say 6 months, the trading volume in June and trading volume in December are completely different numbers, right? So what I would say, Eugene, I would not, because we don't want to provide any false numbers, right, or to cause any like false expectations, but what we can say for sure, both pools, achievers pool and permanent builders pool, let's call it this way, right, after June, because this is how it's going to be, right? So both of them should be very lucrative, of course, if we have good performance in forex, right? So we don't forget about this. And it's really was making good sales now, even in April and May, 30,000 in April, 30,000 in May for those people who didn't make any sales until April. And they even in builders pool, people can get few $1,000s monthly, right? Maybe not the first months, but in few months, it's quite possible. I know Jeremy mentioned on the call that it can be bigger than achievers pool. Technically, maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible, but not from the very beginning, right? So we don't want to provide like real numbers because we don't know how performance is going to be, for example, right? So maybe today is 15% a month, and maybe let's say July or August this year, maybe it's only 8%, right? Maybe some months is like 2%, or some months is 25%. So we don't know this, first of all.
Yeah, I guess regardless of what it will be, you get paid for 12 months, right?
Yeah.
Even though you produce anything new. Yes.
Yeah. You know what we could do once we get really closer to the end of May. By maybe in the beginning of June, so we will have exact numbers of shares, right? Achievers shares and permanent builders shares, and then we can speculate on this, right? So we can provide some scenarios. So in case the performance stays like this, so people will be able to get this amount, right? Because now we don't know how much it's going to be. We're still in the middle of April.
All right. You're right. So, okay, makes sense. So why do you want to become a Pacesetter before 1st of June? Well, obviously you get a share out of the global trading pool, out of the global trading residual income. And we already talked why you want to have permanent shares in the builder pool. And well, obviously it also makes sense to be an achiever because you'll be placed in the pool that will not be diluted for 12 months. So those are the three reasons why you want to build before DAISY migrates to the hedge fund. So, and as a Pacesetter, you get residual income from all the global trading rewards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there will be, when the new model launches, there will be a promo for all Pacesetter golds, right? So I don't know if you can disclose any details at this point in time.
I cannot, just because we don't have it. Like we still analyzing. Yes, we know that we're gonna do some promotion for Pacesetters to make it like really very sexy and appealing for people, but we don't have details yet. I mean, we have some rough approximate understanding of how it's going to be, but I cannot disclose it because it's not finalized.
Yeah, but it will be rewarding, I guess.
It will, it will be very rewarding.
Yeah, and also if you get in before the hedge fund comes in, this is your last chance to get equity. To get equity out of the 5% pool, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Yes, I think we discussed this in a great detail, so we don't have to do it anymore. Yeah, permanent builder pool shares. I think, well, to me, that's the biggest item. That's the biggest incentive of building now. I don't know.
This is the biggest driver now, Eugene. This is really the biggest driver because people, we watch all the groups and leaders, the activities. So everybody is focusing on this just because, I mean, this is the way to do it. I mean, this is the right way to do it. This is the right behavior for the next couple months until the end of May, because this is when it's gonna end. And after that, so obviously we will do migration transition into new stage, and there will be some new rules, additional rules, and some promotions, of course. I mean, we will still have some promotions, but it's going to be different. So making, let's say, $20,000 or $30,000 in sales in 1 month is not like extremely hard topic, right? For a regular person, it's doable. So this is why people really focusing on this now.
Right. So, and another reason to become achiever, I think people will still be able to get the ring, right?
Yes, correct. Somebody asked me today, so when they can get the ring, right? So somebody who qualified after Dubai event. Right. So the answer is yes. I believe once we complete this promotion, so we will produce the rings, and then we will find a way to deliver, right? So because we plan to do multiple events this year, so we may deliver on the spot, like in Hungary, in Japan, in some other locations also.
Right. So I think we already know the date for Budapest.
Yes.
I think tickets will start selling very soon. I think Caro knows.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And then Japan, the dates are set, and also the tickets for those events will also be available at a later stage, following the same model like with Limitless, right? So people can pay with USDT. Is that the goal?
This is how it's going to be for Budapest, and for Tokyo and for Osaka. I think Japan. I am in Japan now, by the way, right? So I'm in Japan now. Japan is a little bit different. So the way how people pay, I do believe they will have some internal system, but we need to speak with Tomomi and other leaders, right? So I mean, we can easily utilize the same gateway, use the same gateway, right, for Japanese event as well. But I think they will do something internally. I will ask them.
Okay. I also wanted to clarify on this Thailand incentive. So people who produce at least 5 million USDT before end of August will be eligible for a nice resort, or a nice travel to a resort in Thailand. So, and people can use both the DAISY volume and the liquid volume, right?
Yes, correct. And I'm really sorry that we still don't show this in the back office, because it's we're experiencing some technical delays, right? Because we have so many things to do now. And our tech team in DAISY, in Endotech, right? I'm talking about Endotech back office tech team, right? So it's very limited. So we don't have a lot of people. So we're in the process of hiring some new people, but meanwhile, it's very, very slow. And I do understand it's difficult to build when you don't see the volume, right? Like
Right,
at least total volume. I do
So-
understand this. Yes, but it's still taking some time, and probably it will not be ready in the next like 10 days. I don't see this happen in our back office. But in this month, I do believe it will happen because this is on the list of high priorities. Right
yeah,
now.
I think a few people are already qualified. So how many people do you expect to get qualified for this one?
Well, it all depends on people, you know. It depends on how big is the volume is going to be for this year. But it can be easily 40 people, maybe 30 people, plus every majority of people, they're going to bring somebody like their spouse maybe. So total it will be more than 50 people, maybe more than 60 people. Could be 100 people, right? It depends on activity.
All right, good. And then we also have this to be announced. All right, so now switching gears, let's talk about this awesome topic here, Liquid. And yeah, I think Liquid is gaining a lot of momentum right now. So more and more people are jumping on board. And oh, there is a typo. So, and now people outside of DAISY can even join Liquid mining from the 1st April on, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I suggest Eugen because we already talked like 45 minutes, right? And people have some questions also. Let's really touch on Liquid briefly, right? Without diving in deeply, right? So just I can touch on some updates maybe on Liquid, but you're absolutely right. So starting from April 1st, we build Liquid not only within DAISY community but also outside of DAISY community, and it gets a lot of attention. We're gonna have some nice collaborations with some tech projects, and I do believe that the name of Liquid will be a household name in crypto space in the next maybe 1 year to 2 years, right? It's gonna take some time. It's not happening overnight, right? But you can see how guys are hardworking. You know, they providing all kind of support. I think, Caro, you agree with me. I know that you're in touch with them also on daily basis, right? That you know, they are like real professionals when it comes to technical support, informational support, multi-language support, you know, creating all kind of videos and tutorials and stuff like that. Even though they're very new to this industry, right? So they never been in referral industry, so it's a new topic for them. But they have some great marketers in their team, so they know how online marketing works, right? And they kind of like combining referral system with traditional online marketing approach.
They're really
some competition.
I think they're so professional and so fast that sometimes it's unbelievable, and they really do support the community. And again, like you guys, what I appreciate so much is always that you listen to the community, and they do the same. They are really asking on a constant basis, what can we do better? What does the community need? And they execute right away. So it's really nice to work with them.
Yeah. This is why we clicked with them, right? Like from the first, it was love at the first glance. Yeah.
First sight. Yes.
Because we're talking. Yeah, because really we have similar values, and you know, the whole marriage, let's call it marriage with them, right, was very fast, and we never regretted this after that. So talking about the bonus pool, you know, this is my favorite topic because we have some big huge announcements that we're going to make very soon about the pay plan. But what I can say already as of now, that it's going to be much more lucrative, much more appealing than it is today. So today people need to make some certain volume, let's say in months of April, right, to qualify for builders pool or achievers pool and to get commissions in USDT, right? If they don't do it, they basically lose all the volume, and they need to start from scratch next month, right? This is how it was announced in Dubai. This is how it has been in the beginning, but we're making some changes. So what I can share now is that the volume which is not used, let's say in current period, which is April, right? So it will carry over to next month. So it's going to make significant change in the pay structure, because all the efforts that people do in terms of building their momentum, building their teams in Liquid, it's not going to be wasted. So people will, so it will remind, in a way, it will remind like a binary structure in a way, right? For those people who are familiar with binaries, right? So we will provide some more materials on this. And maybe you saw the video that they made on the referral plan. It's just the first part of the video, right? It doesn't explain how the volume carries over to next month and how it works, but they're making very nice tools and instruments, right? So I do believe we will provide more materials, and maybe also the volume to qualify for builder or achiever, it will be also changed in a good way to community, right? So it will be more achievable also. So we're still making some little changes, some little enhancements, and we will announce this. And starting from May, it will be like really finalized and very, very sexy, very lucrative pay plan that everybody gonna love. So first couple months, it took them couple months to make some adjustments, and I know that still nobody can see, including myself, right? Including Eugene, including Caro, we cannot see our current volume in the back office. We don't know how much sales we did in Liquid, but we're gonna see it. I do believe in the next couple weeks, and I do believe that after April 20th, people will be able to claim their first builders and achievers USDT commissions together with their tokens that you can see on this slide, right? So we're talking about Liquid Builders Pool, Liquid Achievers Pool, Liquid Elite Pool, nobody yet qualified, right? Because it takes bigger volume, but for Liquid Builders Pool and Liquid Achievers Pool, we have few people, for Achievers, few people qualified. For Builders, maybe, I don't know, maybe 40 people, 30 people qualified. So those people, they will be able to see in the back office how much they make, how much they made, and they will be able to claim their commissions and to get those rewards into Troning wallet or Clever wallet, whatever you guys using, right? So this is very good news.
All right.
And starting, yes, and for the month of April, everybody will be able to get commissions in beginning of May, and then it will be systematic, right? Every month it will pay. Beginning of each month, we get paid for our activity from the previous months, right? There will be no delays.
All right. So, and now we can, even if you have people that are not in Daisy, they can still join Liquid. And to get your referral link, you just go to the app.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
You find it in the profile, right?
Yeah. And what is also very good news for Daisy members or Daisy leaders, because not everybody is really kind of like engaged into Liquid, right? Or connected to Liquid, right? So we have a lot of leaders who not even connected to Daisy, to be honest, right? So they maybe built something last year and maybe they are not connected, but they still have some teams who are doing something, right? So those leaders, they will be really like pleasantly surprised to get some commissions from Liquid, because we don't have any rule, any requirements for people to buy some NFTs to make money from the Liquid teams, right? Wow. This is the way how we put it in the very beginning. Maybe we will change it in the future, but we want everybody to make money. We want everybody to download application, Liquid application, to mine crypto, to get connected with Liquid business. And I do believe that more people will get connected in the next few weeks, right? And Eugene, probably the hottest announcement that I have is about Bitcoin mining. I just, before this call, I had a call with Liquid team. So they shared some nice information with me. So I cannot tell you yet exactly when we launch it, but it's going to be much faster than everybody even expected, right? The reason for this is because we see that Bitcoin price is growing. Mm-hmm. So, and by the way, congratulations with Ethereum hitting $2,000 right today. It's also very significant milestone, right? So we do believe that the market is like turning into bullish market. It's a process. I mean, we know it can change overnight. We understand this, but still, long term, we believe now it's very good. It's the best time to start this business. And this is why, of course, we don't want to be behind in terms of like Bitcoin mining, right? And this is our initial promise to our community, right? So we have a lot of people who pre-booked, not multi-mining, not altcoin mining NFTs, right? But Bitcoin mining NFTs. So those people, they will have a first chance to buy ASIC NFTs when we launch it. And I think that next week we will officially announce Bitcoin mining NFTs, and this is going to be very powerful. Really, I'm so excited about this because this is a business when everybody can mine Bitcoin, see their real mine Bitcoin on daily basis, and claim their mine Bitcoins. Not only this, everybody will be able to claim the Bitcoin residual rewards. So imagine you building this, you hit achiever or builder pool, and you making money on monthly basis, even I would say on daily basis, on weekly basis, but probably you will be able to claim those Bitcoins on monthly basis from referral commissions, right? This is very powerful. People love Bitcoin. Yeah, when Bitcoin goes up, Eugene, you've been in this market for many years, right? So people are crazy about Bitcoins. People want to make their commissions in Bitcoins. People, they want to buy Bitcoin. They want to mine Bitcoin. So they keep talking about Bitcoin. And I do believe that we are getting really close to new momentum in Bitcoin space. It may take maybe half year, maybe a little bit longer, but I mean, timing is probably on our side. It's very good.
Yeah, imagine to get passive income in the hardest asset in the world, in the best performing asset in the world.
Exactly.
This is crazy. Exactly. Yeah, I hope they can launch Bitcoin mining before the dollar collapses, right? So people will not have to. Just kidding. Okay, guys. So before we start the Q&A, I don't think we'll do a long one, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Before we do the Q&A, just a quick reminder. I think on April the 15th, the price will rise, right? Ilya?
Talking about this, so we can see some real good numbers of sales. I think we sold, I think maybe even 500. I need to double check, right? So the numbers are very, numbers are very good. So we had some glitches, maybe for a couple days at least, right? So there is a chance that we will extend it for a little bit, maybe a couple days, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe we will raise the price as we promised on April 15th. So we only have like a couple days, right, left.
Yeah. Okay. So in 2 days, the price will go to 199, right?
Yes.
Okay, guys, that's a kind reminder. So if you want to still get tickets at 149, get them today or tomorrow. All right. So, and now let's take a few questions because it took us a while. I think you have to go soon, Ilya. Wow, there's many questions. So which ones do we take? Do you want to grab one, or do you want me to?
No, Eugene, I trust you. You pick.
Okay. So will the 30% performance fee? Oh, that's a good one. Will the 30% performance fee remain in the old model and the hedge fund model?
Yeah. Well, we probably have few scenarios here, right? So when somebody asks if it will remain in the old model, so probably they talk about, so let's say you have a team of 100 people, right? So 50 people, they migrate to new model, and 50 stay in the old model, right? And everybody is making money and they withdraw their profits. So probably the question is if the upline sponsor will continue to get residual income, right? So the answer would be yes, but I am not 100% sure about the 50 people who migrate to new model, honestly, but I believe it is yes, but I need to clarify on this also because it's more like really like technical question. I will ask our team who is preparing new smart contracts. By the way, we already prepared new smart contracts, updated smart contracts on the new model, even though it's not finalized yet. So we already have a draft, and now we have a very strong team. Very professional team doing this, so it's not going to be a big challenge for us like a couple of years ago.
All right, I think this question is more related to, I think Jeremy mentioned that the back-end commissions will increase in the hedge fund model. Well, and hence the 15% might also increase, right? The 15% for Endotech will probably stay, but the 15% for the referral plan might change.
Yeah. What Jeremy mentioned is now currently it's 15% for referral plan, right? But because we want to continue to pay to Pacesetters and Pacesetter leaders, and it's extra 2.5%. So the total amount could be 17.5%, right? Or could be some other amount, right? So this is also not finalized yet. I'm really looking forward to like officially publish and announce this new pay plan. But we really don't have it yet, so it will take a few weeks from now. On our next global call, maybe we will have more details, right? We're talking 2-3 weeks from now.
All right. So my friend Tutu from South Africa sending me a direct message. So people will migrate to the new model with the current structure. I think the answer is yes, but I think they can also choose to stay on the old and sign up with the hedge fund.
Yeah, the structure will be the structure, unilevel structure will be completely integrated, just like in liquid model, right? So whatever business we do in the future, whatever new product we launch, right? We first of all, we want to make sure that nobody needs to build from scratch, because it's kind of like it's strange, right? I know I've seen some businesses when one company has like 2 or 3 pay plans, completely different pay plans. So things, not going to work this way in the industry. So this is why we made sure that the whole genealogy, unilevel genealogy, stay the same. So this is why the whole migration to new stage, or new, let's say, DAISY 2.0 model, right? It will be seamless, and it will be based on the same genealogy, same unilevel, right? Even though we will not have metrics or spillover in the new model.
Right, but people can stay in the old model, but they can create a totally new account in the hedge fund, and then they can grab a different sponsor. Because they
Eugen, this is a very good comment. So we get this question very frequently. So the answer would be, first of all, we want to make sure that everybody joins under the same sponsor. So we will migrate existing genealogy, but it doesn't mean that everybody, like, really, if for some reason you hate your sponsor, you hate your upline, and yes, and you want to change, and you don't have any team yet, right? Because if you have a team, I mean, you cannot change your upline, right? Let's say you have 1,000 members in your team, and you don't like your sponsor for some reason. Maybe your sponsor quit DAISY already, right? So maybe he is not helpful. For whatever reason, you don't like your upline. Nothing can be done here because you have already a big team, right? So we cannot move the whole team because it's based on smart contract, right? We cannot do any manipulation here. But if you have like maybe only a couple people, or you don't have anybody, and for some reason you want to change your upline in the new model, technically speaking, just like in any other MLM company, there is a possibility for you to do it. Maybe if you have better sponsor, better upline. But of course, ethically speaking, you need to inform your existing sponsor, right?
Yes.
And just tell him that, I mean, for some reason, you're going to join like another person, right? In new model. This is not something that we recommend to do, because in our industry, people usually stick with existing sponsor. This is the way to do it, because, I mean, this is why initially when you join DAISY or some other business, you need to be very careful with under whom you join, right? With whom you join.
Yes.
But there could be some circumstances, right? So we never know.
There's a couple of people asking about this 2% mining pool where we have staked our DAISY tokens. So what's the plan forward with this one? That's
a very good question. So the answer to that would be just like for Builder and Achiever and Elite pools. The first rewards will be available within this month, and we are talking about rewards for activity produced in March, right, in previous months. So at the same time, people will be able to, I do believe, within this month, maybe towards the end of this month, people will be able to claim the rewards in those pools, 3 pools, 2% pool, 1% pool, and 1% pool, right? So I will double check with the team if they are technically ready for that. But before May, it should happen. First time. And then it will be on monthly basis. And people will be able to grab the commissions. Now it's going to be in altcoins, or not even commissions. You could call it staking rewards, or I mean whatever you call it, right? And when we launch Bitcoin, of course, portion of mine Bitcoins, I do believe will go there as well. I do believe. Yes, I need to double check, but I do believe that portion will go there.
So, so do people from the US have to be accredited to join the hedge fund?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, for Limitless 2024, will the ticket money go into a trading pool like with this year's event?
Yeah, this is very good. This is our goal, but we never made it clear how we're gonna pay to people who will participate, right? Who will attend our event next year. And the reason for this is just we expect a lot of people coming to Dubai. So let's say it's 7,000 people or 10,000 people. So technically, if we do the same structure, similar structure, there will be not enough incentive for people, right? Because the number of people will be too big, right? This is why we're thinking now how we can still incentivize people. Maybe we will just keep in one of the pools, like referral pool, for example, just one idea. Another idea, maybe we'll find some other funds or streams to pay to people, to incentivize people. We would like to continue to keep the same culture in DAISY, right? Because it's kind of cool, right? So people come to event and they get paid. Maybe not too much, maybe not instantly, but over some period of time, like 1 year, so they get significant amount. But it's not solved yet. So we cannot promise anything in regards to next year. But we are very creative, so but potentially we can find some solution. I don't know yet.
All right. So what else? How many more questions do we take? What do you think?
It's okay. You can take like 2-3 questions, and then we can wrap it up.
Yeah, I think there were talks about the Uplift token to be used to buy mining power.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What happened to that? I mean, I think there were even talks that we can use the Lift token to buy the mining.
Well, yeah, the goal was by June or maybe July this year to start public round of NFT sales for Liquid, and Uplift could become NFT marketplace for that. It's not finalized yet, but this is our goal. So eventually, of course, we do want to create a structure when Lift token price goes up as we sell Liquid NFTs, right? This was initial idea last year, and we want to do it, right? So we're trying to find a way, and we know already how it can be done, but we will announce details later on, because we need to combine two structures. One is a referral structure, another one is a public structure, right? Without referral component attached, right? So it's like a hybrid structure. So we need to be very creative about this, and I do believe that maybe later, maybe in May next month, we will announce something on this.
All right. Thank you. So Sebe from South Africa asking me in a direct message. So let's say people migrate. So her people migrate to the new hedge fund before her, or even without her. Will she still earn in the hedge fund from the team?
Well, that's a goal, right? But again, all the mechanics of this, I will double check all scenarios. I do understand the question. And by the way, I see a lot of questions from South Africa, and we may have some nice announcement very soon and potentially make huge event in South Africa. So I'm personally looking forward to visiting Cape Town. It's not finalized yet, but I do believe there is a big chance we'll make it. So I'm very happy to see big activity in South African market.
Yeah. So, and obviously there's a lot of questions around the Forex performance. I'm not a Forex expert, but I see that the Forex market has lower volatility, which makes it difficult to achieve bigger results. I don't know if you're an expert in Forex. Maybe we need a session with Dr. Anna.
I'm not. I would say that Edward, he has much bigger expertise here, because he's been in Forex market for more than like almost 25 years, I would say, right? So he's professional. I'm not a trader. I'm not a Forex expert. So I would probably, this is a question that I cannot address.
Okay. So what else? Do you want to pick a question?
South Africa is ready. Thank you. we are ready to.
Yeah, South Africa is on fire. I was invited to
Yeah.
the webinar on Sunday, so let's see how this will go.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this one. Okay. Yeah. So, how about introducing other coins like Litecoin and XRP? Introduce where? Well, XRP cannot be mined if you're talking liquid.
Exactly. The coin should be mineable to be on our liquid app. And by the way, talking about liquid multi-mining business, we personally, with Edward, invested good amount into this model back in October, right? Before, when we just started to test, right? Before we introduced liquid, of course, we tested the product, the model, and the guys, they just integrated like couple containers that we bought that time, integrated into our application, and we got coins. And I can see that it's very good. It's very good portfolio. It's very good in terms of like dollar value. It's very good. Maybe later on I will be able to share some real numbers. And we've been in this just for 6 months, right? And plus it's only portion of coins that got listed. Coins like Casper, some other coins, right? Some of the coins are not listed yet, right? So, but it's I think it's paid back already like 40% as of today, and I do believe it's very strong. And of course, if the market goes up further, maybe we can make back our money like in the next 2-3 months already, 4 months, and then remaining after that will be like pure profit.
Cool. So Binance US will be delisting Tron. Well, that doesn't impact anyone in DAISY. You guys can go to Kraken, I guess, to get Tron. Can you?
Well, we know first, yeah. Binance US is I mean, it got nothing to do. It got nothing to do with DAISY, I would say, right? DAISY officially is not operating in the States. This is first, and second, I mean, Binance, global Binance, still didn't delist Tron, so you can buy it there.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, there is a lot of questions regarding of what will happen with the new model and how it will work. We discussed that all already. So watch the recording, please. The recording will be posted at the same place where you found the invitation to this webinar. So no worries. Yeah. What else? Can we recruit people after May if hedge fund launch is delayed? Well, yes, I guess so, right? I mean, as long as the hedge fund is not there, we can still recruit into the old model.
Of course, this is what people doing now.
Yeah, can I take all my free Tron?
You build in your structure, you're not going to lose your structure, you're not going to lose your team. So, I mean, why wait until we launch hedge fund if you can build now when we have promotions with builders, achievers, and when you can still get your equity and your people can get equity in Undertech.
Right. So is there a way to reduce TRX fee while upgrading? Yes, there is. I mean, you can freeze some Tron in your TronLink wallet and and get some energy in return. And this energy will be refilled every day. So you can technically buy 3 tiers, 1 tier per day, and not spend any TRX actually. Yeah. And you can even borrow energy, on some of the energy trading platforms, right? There is a very nice tutorial on YouTube that you can watch. I mean, if you do it in a smart way, you can even manage to pay no TRX to get into DAISY. Okay, I think, at this point in time, we can wrap up. I mean, it's been already 1 hour, 15 minutes.
Yep.
So, yes.
Thank you, Eugen, yes, for hosting this call.
Oh man, thank you, Ilya. Thanks for. I know you're very busy. You're crazy busy, so I really appreciate coming to this call here. And thanks again, and thanks everybody for joining. And
Thanks everybody for joining.
And see you next time.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.